You're watching Two Button Crew.
Your daily Nintendo fandom.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
Welcome here.
Welcome. We're here to talk about floppy disks. Yeah, floppy disks. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, then that makes us sad because it makes at least me feel old.
Yeah, I was looking this thing up because I've never played or touched or really seen a 64DD. Mm-hmm. So I was researching and I saw what these discs look like.
I know.
It's not a CD drive we're talking about.
I thought it was a CD drive up until this last week, and I actually saw one.
Right, because it was to compete with like PlayStation, so you would think. But no, here's what the discs look like, guys. So we're here to talk about the Nintendo 64DD, which came out in Japan, flopped, and never saw its way to...
It flopped!
That's good.
Yeah, I never saw its way officially to America, sadly.
Do you want to know what the code name for this thing was?
Yeah, what was it?
The bulky drive.
Are you serious? Wow, that's a great... That'll strike fear into your enemy's heart.
Right.
The revolution! The dolphin! The flopper. Or the bulky drive, not the flopper. Well, yeah, you might as well have called it the flopper.
Here's what it looks like. Plugs into the bottom of your Nintendo 64.
What is this? I want to know. Is there a cord that wraps through there or something?
I don't know, man. Is there an N64 down there?
Yeah. Let me find it. Oh.
Nintendo.
Put some weird things under their consoles.
Especially, I'm thinking of like the GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube and the NES. The NES had some weird crap going on under there.
I didn't remember that.
Okay, so there's the extension thing, but there's no cord.
That's so odd. I don't know. I don't remember noticing that back when I had an N64 and was playing it. That looks like just another spot to put a cartridge in.
Yeah.
So no cord thing. But anyway, let's talk about some history with this thing.
Yes. So it was made partially in response to Final Fantasy not fitting on the N64. So because it was too big, Final Fantasy VII, huge game. Didn't it take like 2 discs for the PlayStation? Yeah, 2 discs. And so it would not fit, it would not run on the 64.
Yeah.
And so they had to make this, they had to like keep up with things, and with the games that they were releasing, it almost seemed like they were trying to replicate like what a PC could do.
Yeah.
And like the games that were popular on like PCs.
And the 64DD was more than an alternate or expanded form of cartridge media. It also came bundled, sold with a subscription to an online service that Nintendo initiated called RandNet. And this would allow you to play online with your N64, and it would allow you to get DLC and stuff like that. So
it's craziness.
It's just a bunch of stuff that I think completely went over North America's heads. Like, we didn't really know that this stuff was going on. So
the internet.
And this
was that?
All the way back in December 1st, 1999. It finally came out after many, many, many delays.
Yes.
When was this thing like originally announced?
It was announced in '96. So three years it was.
Yeah. And it was announced in '96 like, this is going to be coming out in the holiday.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it's going to be next summer and holiday, and it's pretty much like Smash Bros. Brawl all over again.
Seriously.
All over, not again, but before.
All over before. That just doesn't sound right. Okay, no. But there were 20 games announced, and only 6 came out. So that's,
This thing also came with a keyboard and a mouse. And like
so weird.
An N64 expansion pack. So Nintendo went kind of crazy on this thing.
They wanted to make a computer that you could play games on, but
And they kept delaying it, and they actually anticipated this failure. And they said, we're not gonna fight for shelf space on this one. We're going to only sell this through mail order.
It's so bizarre.
Mail order.
So no shelf space. We're not going to pay for that.
Mm-mm.
We are just going to send it out to each person. That's such a bizarre way of selling a console.
Yeah. So out of the 20 games or so that you said were planned, some of them got just scrapped, and others went on to be GameCube games.
Yeah, like the weird... In America... Wait, did we? I don't think we got it in America, but the Doshin the Giant or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that went, I think, on both consoles. That's a really creepy looking game.
I know, man.
It scares me. I remember seeing the trophies on Melee, and it scared me.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very scary.
So the N64DD is in the news again recently. Reason being, someone named Metal Jesus Rocks.
Yes.
I don't think that was his name.
Yeah, I don't
think that was his YouTube channel.
Yes.
He found a North American prototype, a working one.
Yeah. And this is insane because it was only released in Japan, and they had some, they tested it or whatever in America, or said they were going to release it in America.
Yeah.
But this is like the only one of its kind that we know of that exists.
Right. It has labels on it. One of them says lot check, which means that it was going through quality assurance.
Yeah.
Or what is it?
Yeah.
Quality assurance at some point. QA testing. And someone lost it.
Somebody lost it. Somebody sold it to this guy.
The most mysterious part, though, is that there's a blue 64DD disc with this thing that will not boot up. There's an error that he's getting. So it's a mystery what's on what game that is.
So
it could be one of many very exciting things.
Yep.
Fire Emblem 64, a Diablo game. It could be
Seaman, which is insane.
Right.
Because have you watched gameplay of Seaman?
Can't remember.
Okay, but you know what it is though. Like a really you don't?
I don't know.
Okay, it's a really creepy game for the Dreamcast in which you talk to a weird like tadpole creature that grows into a fish that grows into a frog that learns, and it's just really, really disturbing. And it released on the Dreamcast, but originally it was planned for the disc drive, or maybe they were to come out simultaneously. That's just crazy to me.
But perhaps the most enticing possibility of them all is that it could be the Earthbound 64 game, or I'm sorry, Mother 3. Could have been Mother 3 for the N64.
Well, we don't know what it is because it won't boot up, and so if you're watching this show, and you know how to read what is on this disc, get in contact with Metal Jesus Rocks, and get his number. Yeah. Let's find out what's on this thing. This is cool. This is exciting.
There are some serious Nintendo collectors, and I've learned about some of them through IGN's Nintendo Voice Chat podcast. They have Nintendo collector guests on their podcast once in a while. It's a great show. And they just had a collector that they were talking about this topic with, and this collector saw Metal Jesus Rocks Discovery and sent him an email offering him $15,000 for the 64DD and the game, because he wants it that badly, and he got no email back.
Oh my goodness.
Metal Jesus Rocks is hanging on to this thing.
Yeah, he is a collector too.
Yeah.
That makes probably the game that he has like the rarest game, one of the rarest games that there is. Yeah. There are several games that there's only like one copy or two copies of that we know of.
Like the game we made.
Yeah!
It's so rare.
It's so rare. It's so rare that we can't even access it anymore.
I don't know.
I got depressing all of a sudden.
I'm kind of glad this never came out.
Yeah.
You know, to mess with getting that add-on keyboard and mouse hooked up to my N64. You know.
We had the 64 and we got the GameCube after it.
Yeah.
We didn't need the disc drive.
Yeah. But it'll be very interesting to see how this story unfolds with the discovered one.
Yes.
So check out the link to Metal Jesus Rocks video in our description. And other than that, what can they do, Sim?
Why don't they visit our website? Because our website has some really cool stuff on it. You can read blog posts that go up every Sunday. So we have content every single day of the week.
You just wrote a poem.
I wrote a poem and it released. Read the poem. Have fun.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew. See you next time.
Signing out.